Welcome to Hive Hollow, where we love to buzz through life with heart. This is the story of Faye and the bloom inside. Life in Hive Hollow was sweet, a constant hum of purpose and community. But one autumn afternoon, everything changed. A curious bear, drawn by the scent of honey, wandered too close to our home. He wasn't malicious, just big and clumsy. A gentle sniff, a playful nudge, and our world came crashing down. The hive tumbled from its high branch on the old oak tree. In the chaos that followed, a deep silence fell. Queen Bee Blossom, our wise and gentle leader, had been injured. Her delicate wings, which had guided us through so many seasons, could no longer carry her. Queen Bee Blossom was more than just our queen. She was the very heart of Hive Hollow. Her scent was a blanket of comfort. Her song was the sound of wisdom itself, and her mere presence brought a profound sense of peace to every corner of our home. With her gone, the hive felt hollow. It was like a beautiful song missing its most crucial melody, or a vibrant garden suddenly robbed of its sun. The warmth she provided had vanished, replaced by a cold, quiet ache. The familiar rhythms of our lives felt disjointed, our purpose blurred. We were a community adrift, lost in the sudden emptiness she had left behind. Faye, a young nurse bee who had always been known for her cheerful hum, now fluttered quietly through the shadowed corridors of the hive. The music had gone out of her. Her work, once a source of joy, now felt like a heavy burden. Sleep offered no escape. Each night, her dreams were haunted by the looming shadow of the bear, followed by the deafening silence of the fall. She would wake with a start, the memory of that final, quiet moment echoing in her heart. She missed the queen, but more than that, she missed the feeling of safety and wholeness that had disappeared along with her. The weight of grief was heavy on Faye's tiny wings. She missed Queen Bee Blossom with an ache that words couldn't touch. The hive was moving on, preparing for a new queen, but Faye felt stuck in the past. One morning, drawn to the special cell where the new queen was developing, she felt a sudden urge to speak. She whispered to the quiet, waxy chamber, "I remember your kindness. I remember your courage. I remember you." It was a small act, but it felt like a crack of light in her darkness. And so, she began a ritual. Each morning, she would carefully place a single, tiny forget-me-not petal near the queen's cell. It was her way of honoring the past while looking toward the future. Then, she would whisper affirmations, soft as pollen drifting on the breeze. "I remember, and I grow," she would say to herself, and to the sleeping queen. Grief is the garden where new blossoms bloom. She even started to hum again, not her old, carefree tunes, but gentle lullabies filled with a quiet, trembling hope. Her ritual was a private promise to heal. At first, the other bees watched her with confusion. They didn't understand her daily pilgrimage to the queen's cell, her soft whispers, her single petal. It seemed strange, a distraction from the practical work of the hive. But slowly, as the days passed, something shifted. Faye's quiet, consistent ritual became a new rhythm for the hive. It was a gentle, steady heartbeat in the center of their collective grief. Her actions gave them a way to acknowledge their loss, to hold their memories of Queen Blossom, and to slowly, gently, let go. Her personal ritual had become a shared ceremony of healing. 8 days passed, each one marked by Faye's ritual. A quiet anticipation began to build within the hive, replacing the hollow ache of loss. The air, once heavy with sorrow, now buzzed with a soft, hopeful energy. Then, in the gentle, golden light of dawn, it happened. The new queen emerged from her cell. She was perfect, her stripes bold, her wings still damp and shimmering with royal jelly. She paused, taking in her new world, and the entire hive held its breath. The new queen blinked slowly, her antennae twitching as she took in the scents and sounds of her home. Faye, who had been watching from nearby, leaned in, her own heart fluttering like a hummingbird's wings. She had poured all her hope, all her grief, and all her love into this moment. Would this new queen understand? Would she see the journey they had all been on? Or would the memory of Queen Blossom be forgotten in the excitement of a new beginning? The silence stretched, thick with unspoken questions. The queen turned her head and looked directly at Faye. But it wasn't just a look. It felt deeper, as if she could see past Faye's striped body and papery wings, right into her soul. Then, in a voice that was both new and ancient, she spoke. "I see you," she said, her voice a low, resonant hum. "Not just your buzz or your sting, but the bloom inside." In that instant, Faye's breath caught in her throat. The nightmares of the bear's shadow and the long silence finally faded, replaced by a profound sense of peace and recognition. A new, joyful hum began to rise, spreading from bee to bee, filling every corner of the hive once more. In Hive Hollow, we remember, we grow, we bloom inside. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed Faye's story, please like this video and subscribe for more tales from Hive Hollow. And remember, always buzz with heart.